So it's Halloween, and I decided to sit down and look through my game library to see if I had any decent horror titles. I came across a few, but eventually I decided to do Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles for the Wii. So here's a review. Hope you enjoy it.
Well, it's a pretty darn interesting game, to be honest. It's a real genre buster. It has elements from both survival horror and light gun games. The level design and gameplay is very much light gun fodder, but it still has lots of things in common with other Resident Evil games. It's still about survival. Killing everything on screen isn't the main objective, unlike other such games like Time Crisis. It also doesn't like you just randomly shooting the enemy. If you aim directly into the middle of a zombie's forehead, you can take them out with one shot.
I actually really like that. This is a light gun game that rewards you for being accurate. As far as I know, no other game should do that.
The game itself is really a sort of re-chronicling of the previous Resident Evil games. A reimagining remake, if you like. So in this title, you're revisiting all the old locations from previous Resident Evil games. The mansion, Raccoon City, the underground research centre, and even a new location, Umbrella's secret development centre near the Arctic. It's pretty cool. The fact you're constantly being pushed along means that you always get to see the interesting bits, and you can sort of push your view around to grab items. Speaking of the items, you get a pretty large array of weapons as you go along, from the trusty shotgun to the devastating rocket launcher. You can upgrade these after each level to make an even more powerful one, or perhaps to make it hold more ammo. Also, any ammo you collect during the game gets carried through to the next round. And of course the herbs return, still defying all sorts of biological laws, like how plants have the magical ability to replenish flesh. But I mean, who cares really?
But right now I'm actually going to talk about something that really does bother me, and that's although the theme and the hype behind Resident Evil, it isn't actually a scary game.
Particularly this game. Survival horror just isn't scary when you've got a huge supply of bullets the whole time. The only point where it really does get kind of scary is when you get a torch attachment to your pointer, so you can't quite see everything. But even then, I never jump. It feels like an action game. Even the giant spiders, my personal phobia, do little more than cause me to shotgun them quicker. Horror cannot work when you have a vast supply of bullets. Scary things die far too quickly.
But if we leave alone the fact that the game isn't actually that scary, the game does exactly what it sets out to do. It retells the story in a creative way and justifies it fully. It even adds new elements to the plot with the Wesker missions. These are special levels told from Wesker's perspective, who is so cool. Look at him crush this bad guy. He's best villain ever. Not only that, but his voice actor is amazing. Overall, Resident Evil is a great game I'd recommend to anyone, but our final verdict is, it's a great action title, but it'll never be scary as long as Resident Evil is trapped behind a screen. Man, this uncensored version of Manhunt's mint.
Hey, what are you playing? Ow! Ow! Fuck! Shit! Ow!
Video game censorship. It's there to protect you.
Wait, where's the A button on this thing?